sorry, the camera of some reason turned off, or it stopped filming. So anyway, The Addiction. Overall, I would say that this was a pretty interesting movie. A little confusing, very philosophical and slightly symbolical. The ending is interesting, but it's not very gory or anything. It's not really a horror movie. It's a vampire drama, psychological drama perhaps, and it's actually black and white. This is in color, but the movie is in black and white. But I liked it, but I am having some problems with it. But it was interesting. Then we got a movie, Spun, by Jonas Åkerlund. He's done 3 movies. This one, Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and Small Apartments. This one and small Apartments I like. This one, it's about the life of drugs and people addicted to drugs. It's a black comedy, great cast once again, because a lot of these movies have had some great casts, or well, yeah, quite a few of them that I've gone through here. But yeah, pretty gritty, but a lot of fun. I definitely liked it, and yeah, I feel like I gave it too low of a rating. I gave it like a 6. I'm feeling maybe I should have given it a 7. I'm not sure, but it was good. I liked it. Then we have BMX Bandits. I really don't know if this was in the movie Exploitation. No, Not Quite Hollywood, I think. Yeah, and but so it's presented as an exploitation movie, but yeah, I guess it is. But to me, it doesn't seem like one. But I'm definitely not an expert in the genre. But yeah, it stars a young Nicole Kidman. I'm not sure how old she is here, but 16, maybe, not more than that, I don't think. And it's this. There are these her and 2 other BMX bandits, and they they come across something. They come across some walkie-talkies, basically, that some I'm not sure if they're the mob, but some criminals they put there, they've bought, hid in the water, in the ocean, and these kids are not supposed to find it because other people are supposed to go there and pick them up because they need them for some heist. But they find it, they find them, and so obviously they end up being pursued by these bad guys, and it's not bad, but it's it's nothing more than what you might expect from it. But maybe maybe you really shouldn't expect more than that, if that makes any sense. But it was a lot of fun, cheesy stuff. Then we have Fear Eats the Soul. I believe, as to my knowledge, the first and only Rainer Werner Fassbinder film that I've seen. And if he would have kept making movies, say Woody Allen, he's been very active for the past 40 years. He's made a movie every year since the 70s sometime, and he's getting up there in age now. Rainer Werner Fassbinder, he died when he was, I'm not even sure if he turned 40, and he was so active, has a vast filmography, even though he was so young. So say he would have continued to be creative and make a lot of movies, then Woody Allen would have been nothing. His filmography would have been just tiny compared to this guy. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, part of the reason why I've been wanting to see this is because Live Fast Diarrhea. I might have mentioned that when I unboxed this, actually, but he said a few years ago, he doesn't make videos anymore, but he said that this was one of his favorite movies, and I was actually a little disappointed. I don't think I can be eloquent enough to explain this properly, but there was just something about the acting, the spontaneity or something like that, that I did not like. Just felt kind of hurried, or I'm not sure. And I didn't think this guy was that good either, I have to be honest. And he was not a great actor. Maybe he was. Maybe he knew exactly what he was doing. But to me, I didn't respond well with that, or I don't know. I just didn't care for it, really. But it was a good movie for sure. there were just certain aspects of this, the characters and their relationships and the way that their relationship quickly developed, and I don't know, it was just weird. I hate to use that word because it doesn't tell you anything, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of some of the stuff in there, but overall it was good for sure, and I'll try to watch it again sometime, and I'll try to watch more of his movies as well. But yeah, Another Earth, bought this ages ago here in a nearby local store. I very rarely buy movies in physical stores these days, but I saw it a few days ago, and I've been hearing a lot about this, and it was very interesting. I liked it. Feels like this. It's called Another Earth, but it feels like that's sort of a symbolical thing or a philosophical thing, which sort of it's central to the movie, but it more like lingers in the background while actual personal problems goes on in the movie, and supposed to reflect something, I guess. But it does take on maybe a more central part towards the ending, or the sci-fi become more evident or more palpable or whatever in the ending, just very very briefly. But movie to interpret for sure. It's not obvious what it is, but I don't know. It was very interesting and pretty good. Then we have Your Friends and Neighbors. Very forgettable. Nothing happens in this movie. It's just, I don't know, it was entertaining, but I can't say that I thought it was particularly great. But nothing short of a masterpiece. Oh, how they always exaggerate. But Ben Stiller, Catherine Keener, Aaron Eckhart, Jason Patric, Natasha Kinski, I don't know who that is, but other than her, well, she wasn't bad. I don't know who it was, but nobody was bad in this one, but except for her. It's a good cast, and except for her, that is, because I don't know who she is. But anyway, yeah, it was fine, but can't say I liked it that much. Then we got a movie which, don't hate me now, but Battle Royale disappointed me. The premise sounded excellent, and I've been wanting to see this for a long time. And it has this great Arrow edition, and been meaning to get that, but then it got out of print and whatever. So, excuse me, but I got this for a very cheap price instead on a sale here in Sweden. And I understand it's supposed to be a satire, which I have to admit went over my head. I mean, some things are comedic, obviously, but I could not really understand what this was supposed to satirize. So I hope that I'm not being too arbitrary or too too whatever. Maybe there's something that I don't get about this movie, which definitely contributes to it. That might very well be the case, but I just can't say that I enjoyed it for what I got out of it. And the scenery is pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but for something like what they're doing, they let them out and they have to kill each other. I was disappointed by the atmosphere, the scenery, and the filming. I thought it was going to be a lot darker. I mean, it has a dark subject, but I thought that it was going to be visually a lot darker. And I don't know. Not bad, but not very good either. But if you like, tell me why you like this movie, and maybe I'll think about it. But I can't say I liked it, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. Takeshi Kitano, is that his name? It says Beat Takeshi here, but I think Takeshi. Anyway, he's in this movie anyway, and I didn't know about that until pretty recently. So, and he's good, but it was okay. Then we have two movies left. Hollywood ending. Another movie by Woody Allen. He's done so many. Well, I mentioned him before as having done so many, and even though I said that Fassbender would have done a lot more than him, probably if he continued to the age that Woody Allen is, Woody Allen has, of course, done a lot of movies, and it takes a long time to get through his whole filmography if you're just watching one now and then, which I'm doing. Well, now I'm watching them a lot more regularly than before, but still, there's a lot to go through, which is good. I'm not complaining at all. He makes great movies. However, this one was a little weaker. One of his low. Well, he makes. He has always made sort of varyingly movies of varying quality. One year he might release a movie that was great, and then the second year or the year after, a good movie but not that great, and then the year after a good movie again. The year after, pretty weak movie. The year after, an excellent movie. So I don't know. He has a lot of ideas, and most of them work, but all of them don't. This one to me did not work, and well, it happens like when it happens. There's an hour left of the movie. And they even mention it on the back, so I think I can mention it. It's about Woody Allen's character. He is... shit. What is he? Is he a director? Yeah, okay, he's a director, a filmmaker, and he has been asked to direct a movie. But I'm not sure if it was before the filming starts or shortly after the filming starts. He becomes blind, or he doesn't literally... Well, he doesn't really become... like medically blind or whatever. It's just sort of a psychosomatic thing or whatever it's like. I don't know these terms, I'm sorry, but it's more of a mental thing. Mental blindness. I don't know how that works, but that's what happens to him, and he has to try and direct the movie without his vision, without letting anybody know at that, which makes for some funny situations, sort of slapstick or screwball situations or whatever. But I thought that they lingered too much on that theme and on the hysterical setups in which he couldn't see and nobody knew. Well, a few people knew, but only a few people he could trust. But ultimately it was too slow, and not much happened, and I mean the whole hour after the whole remaining hour sort of focuses on his blindness or his loss of vision, or I just didn't think that it could carry a whole movie, or if you know what I mean. But anyway, last movie, satire on religion. It's what's the English name? In God, yeah, well, In God We Trust. With and by Marty Feldman, also with Peter Boyle, and Andy Kaufman and Richard Pryor as God, but he only appears in the ending. Yeah, I mean, I thought this was pretty funny. A funny comedy, and especially towards the ending, it definitely is a satire on religion, and I liked it. It wasn't great. It wasn't the most consistent movie, but it was entertaining, and that's probably what he meant to do with this movie, or what he set out to make or accomplish with this movie. So, you know, pretty much a success. I liked it. So, that is all for this time. Sorry about the cut there, but not my fault. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's all for this time. And next video might be that big unboxing, as I talked about in the first part, if you saw that. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.